for MO, Holosmiths, maybe a Necro, Deadeyes, that sort of thing, maybe some Weavers, that sort of thing. Just like the usual big boy classes, right? Like the usual big damage classes, that sort of thing. And there we go. The teams are off. So now you were talking a little bit about Mercer Overseer. Like, do you think that that's the only place where stuff can go wrong on this raid wing? Like the other stuff is pretty consistent. Do you think?
If the DPS is too high, it can go wrong. If it's too low, it can also be just losing time. So pushing the limits there is manageable, but the team have to react correctly. And we're gonna see if they will or not.
Yep, so the challenge modes have been activated for our teams. And on Ken, it's very straightforward, even on the challenge mode. The only thing you have to do is press that special action hotkey every 5 seconds or so, like every off cooldown, pretty much. Because what happens on Ken is, all that will happen is, if you don't press that button, your special action hotkey will automatically activate and throw you off the platform. Quite sad, but it can instantly kill you, so got to watch out for that. Oh, Salt opening the guild panel there. Mike getting ported twice. Mike, what are you doing? Okay, but anyway.
Fat fingers, feels bad, man.
Yeah, big damage coming out from both the teams. We wipe on Escort, I think, pulling a little bit ahead here, actually, in DPS. Those extra Mirages over the Soul Beast and the Renegade, I think, paying off. Yeah, of course, this boss does attack very fast, so the confusion really directs him. And, of course, I believe that even when he swivels, that counts as torment damage. That will double damage on his torment, right, when he swivels around.
Yeah. Yes.
Of course,
that is what actually true.
Yep, so that is what why the Mirage is so damn strong here. But other than that, for this challenge mode, all you've got to watch out for is if you do actually end up missing a lot of greens, or skipping them, if you go for the mass aggression, you will end up in a situation where you turn into a rock, okay? And you don't want to be a rock. You really don't. Oh, we wipe an escort. Wait, are they opting to skip some of these? No, they are not yet. I think they'll probably skip the next screen though, because they're already nearly at the end of the boss. Actually, a very quick Ken CM coming up from We Wipe on Escort. Okay.
Zephyx is getting ported by the Red Circus, like for the third time it seems. That's not optimal.
What, do you consider Zephyx a hard noob?
No. But someone is down in the Salt team.
Oh, 2 downs. Salt destabilizing a little bit. Not ideal here.
Is also down, but they got the rest down.
Yep, and
so
yep,
10% difference on Ken right now, but the other team is already swapping.
Yeah, the superior DPS of WE really paying off there for them, I think. Cute little play here. What they've done is they've got Enko to actually play Mirage with the portal and actually use his Mirage thrust. This is what got QT disqualified, guys. You got to watch out for that. You might have to do a rematch if you get something like this, guys. But yeah, using that Mirage thrust to move forwards and guarantee some extra movement speed on that portal to make sure that they can get every inch of distance out of that skip strat there. But Salt, they are in hot pursuit.
Salt is using a similar thing, but with just the plain Mesmer like Chronos. So no Mirage is used here. Of course, they can just keep Mirage.
Yeah, and Salt are playing this safe here as well. Look at this Necro stacking. We see 4 Necros, so it's going to be a lot of Epidemic bouncing, which will make this very safe and very clean for them. I think Salt have been fairly consistent. They have not. They only wiped 2 Demos CM so far, so they should be pretty happy here. I think they hopefully won't wipe. I mean, obviously, wipes would be quite unfortunate at this time. But here we go. We wipe on Escort. They are going for a very aggressive composition. Double Deadeye, double Holosmith. They actually still have a Mirage. Interestingly, what do you make of that, actually?
Well, as I've predicted, they basically kept the Mirage because it would take so long time to actually swap that to a different class, so they just opted with a Mirage, which could be fine if they timed it and they've trained, and if they think that's the fastest.
Well, I suppose it will give them an additional condition, right? They'll have chill, so those thieves will get a damage modifier. So there is not chill, sorry, confusion rather.
Confusion, and obviously the epi just to quickly kill those scouts moving to the edge with that 1 Scourge. I see, or is it 2?
That's just one Scourge for
Yeah,
WE.
one Scourge, yes.
Yeah, and then 4 for Salt. But yeah, right now WE powering ahead. Actually, is that a bad spike for We Wipe on
They
Escort?
would have to protect this.
Yeah, they actually go for the protect. I hope that's part of their
Precisely
plan.
on time. They're
Yeah.
pushing the limits of the DPS
Ooh,
there.
yeah, they really are. That's a risky play. Bear in mind, guys, they do not have that protect lifeline left over for them anymore. If they have some bad spikes again, they will be in a horrible spot. I really hope, for their own sake, that they have this timed out. Maybe that Mirage is intentional to keep the DPS like right on the safe zone, perhaps. I really hope it is, because otherwise they're going to have a very bad time now. Oh, and yeah, we do see them actually.
Oh yeah, they do have to go for the
no!
optimal
We wipe
platform.
on Escort!
Yes,
yeah,
they just wiped on ammo. It was very risky strat, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, it absolutely did not pay off, and yeah, it's gonna be a full wipe for them. Like, yeah,
So also
I'm
just got
I'm amazed they didn't work out this crease, right? Like, why didn't they iron this out? I mean, look how consistent Salt is. Like, Salt doesn't die. Well, I mean, if I say they don't die, they're gonna die. But
So far, all the blues I've seen, they were very consistent. Protect was not used, so if there's a really bad spot, they can still use it. So they're still in, at least for one try, of really bad blues. But so far, it seems that they are in a pretty stable spot. But V Wipe on Escort has the superior DPS here.
Yeah, they
will push
yeah.
the limits again, and they actually play against the blue mechanic. They could still push the DPS even further. But they do have to move to the places which are not lit up by the spikes, which could decrease the DPS a little bit, but it's not that much. Of course, it's more risky since they have to go off stack, so no heals.
Okay. There we go. We wipe on Escort. They are doing fine. The same spikes that gave them some trouble last time. Yeah.
Assault,
It
fully
did, yeah.
nicely timed. They didn't even have to use protect at all the entire fight. They're already swapping, as we can see. Nice. Ammo is down.
Yeah. So MO is down for Salt. They're going to be moving on to Samrock. Did they have a Thief actually? I believe they did.
Yeah, they do have a thief. Yes, Zifix is playing a Daredevil.
Yes, they do get the
Deadeye actually. Deadeye.
Yeah, they get the instant open before.
Oh,
moving
another
on.
very bad blues.
Oh, they got they use the protect. Oh, this is
Yep,
so bad though. Do they need to move to a corner here, Plenix? I mean, what do they do here? I think We Wipe on Escort haven't practiced enough here. They're getting punished so hard by MOCM. I kind of see this going badly at this point. Like, they need to do something about this.
We're gonna see about the next blues. So far, it might look like exactly on the edge, but it might be actually timed.
No, it's
Yes,
okay.
this blue is a good one.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, they are going to be able to get this down. They are going to be able to sort this out very cleanly, and yeah, that's pretty much going to do it. And then, to be fair, like, you have to hand it to WE. They've really caught up here, actually, in DPS.
Yeah, as I mentioned, they have the extreme high aggressive DPS in this particular thing. Whereas Swords kind of, well, they play it safe by having like lower DPS than like the precise DPS to like always have the blues and greens at the same, or the spikes at the same time. So they're over that limit, and they managed well.
Yeah, so WE, like, again, as you say, went for that really aggressive DPS limit, probably like 190k, if not more. And Salt went for the safer one at around 140k, probably, right? So that's, it took a lot longer, but it was safer and easy to accomplish. But I mean, look, WE, they're really not far behind, are they, playing at all? Actually, they are not far behind at this point. They're going to be catching up here, and I think
they do have some relogs which were not timed out correctly. They did not swap as Salt did, like around 5%, and just letting the Deadeye stay there and just open the gates as well. While that was happening, they also swapped. So they have to wait for the rest of the team. You can see it's taking them some time.
Wait, what's this port? Oh,
they even tried to portal the guy, but he actually used the lightning there as an ally to get there faster, so the portal was not needed.
Okay, so yeah, and we see a very strong composition coming up from WE. Look at all those Daredevils, man, with that Guardian and the Weaver to kind of back it up. Very, very high DPS. And that's a power chrono there as well. Players. That's an interesting choice. We haven't actually seen that so far, I believe. And what do you think that's for, actually? Do you think that's to maybe make the Rig'em phase very, very clean with the focus pull as well? on top of that, in addition to strong
Probably
DPS.
they can also just use him as to take like extra Signet even maybe. Who knows how they actually make it?
Yeah, because it will have Gravwell, so there'll be an extra strong CC.
The F4 is still an access, despite I don't know if the power chrono actually plays inspiration to share any.
No, it doesn't play inspiration, but I mean
It doesn't. Nah. There you go. I don't know anything. Sorry, guys.
No. yeah. So Salt in the first split phase, but honestly, we wipe on Escort. They're going to be catching up soon. I think they're not. I think Salt's lead is diminishing.
Not that far behind, yes.
No, really not far behind. They've got one more break bar, and then they're going to get to that first split phase, and that gap is closing by the second, I believe. The absolutely godlike DPS of We Wipe on Escort is looking to help them recover in this situation. One more break bar.
One wrong placed spear as well with the green mechanic could make also a huge difference.
Yeah, so Salt have made it back. To the actual boss phase, and We Wipe on Escort are now going to get onto the Rigging phase. How quickly can they do that? Will this power chrono help them out? You know, maybe this will give them the the really big, extra spicy damage spike. And I believe it is actually being played by Enko. Yes, so you see, there we go. Look at that focus pull, making it nice and easy. Then they're just going to, of course, the power chrono also has very high burst as well, which is going to be useful. And the taunt might be a bit weird actually, but it's certainly going to be pretty handy here. And another clever thing here. Look at Enko's skill bar. He's got the stability mantra as well, because mantra of pain is, of course, the DPS increase, but mantra of stability can make it really, really safe on Sarek. Oh, wait a minute. Mass downstates for We Wipe on Escort. They do get the resist
there. That was a banner standard, I think, used there, because I see it on the ground now. So they used a battle standard, Warrior's Elite skill to rest those people up. Also, yeah, I just realized they do not have a second Dragon Hunter, so they're using the power chrono basically as the second stability if something goes wrong then.
Yeah.
That is probably
so
the reason why
WE starting to catch up. They're now on the boss phase. One downstate for Salt as well. But they do
be
get
an
the
issue
res.
to break these bars.
No, not for teams like these. Very quick CC on both sides. A little bit lacking on WE there actually. A little bit slower than you might expect, especially the insta breaks. Oh, and quite inconvenient spear there. But DPS is still holding firm for WE, and they are absolutely catching up. I would expect them to actually enter the second Rig'em and Goldhem phase. Oh, actually nearly at the same time. But then again, yeah, there you go. So Salt just started theirs. But if we have a look at We Wipe on Escort, the boss is now below 50% health. So they are really closing in on Salt.
Yeah, they're also almost insta-breaking as well. They do have the MOAs as well. Makes it so much easier. And so many Deadeyes or Daredevils. Yeah, it's Daredevil all. So they can just use Basilisk Venom all the time. They can just rotate between players and kind of guarantee almost insta-break. So they can upkeep their DPS at the highest optimal time they could.
Okay, there we go. But wait, hang on. I've got a hand. Salt is doing a pretty good job of staying ahead. How are they doing this? We're flaming their DPS, but WE
I'm not
struggling.
flaming their DPS. I'm just saying that V does have a nice DPS.
Yeah, I mean,
both teams have good DPS because Salt is still ahead.
They're still in the split phase ahead. I mean, somehow WE is not gaining as much as you'd expect. How is this possible? Here, from Salt, they're doing some serious work here. How are they so good at Wing 4 CMs? Like all that time me shouting at them is actually finally paying off. What am I watching, Planix? What am I seeing here?
Well, they did a lot of Wing 4 CMs, and nevertheless, Salt does have Wing 4 Demas CM ult first, so yeah, and normal Samurag as well, obviously. So that's nice, I guess. All that experience might be paying off.
So We Wipe on Escort are kind of melting through the split phase now. There we go, and yeah, they're going to be fighting. Okay, maybe, I guess they actually have gained some stuff. I think Salt. You know what? I'm going to call this, players. I believe they're going to kill these bosses at a very similar time. Actually, I think the gap has certainly shrunk down a lot. It will be very close between these two teams. Oh, and Salt having a few downsides as well, though. Can they get these reses? They need to get it. They do get another downstate. Salt starting to destabilize a little bit, guys.
The spears were just pulled, so they have a lot of space to move. Whereas we have to wait for the extra 2 spears, I think, to spawn. So it's being pulled.
I mean, Salt's doing well here, man.
Yeah,
They-
Salt
they're
has
done.
extreme amounts of space right now because of, well, simply the spears being pulled. I think
Yeah.
we should start seeing some swapping soon even.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zephax just started to swap.
Yeah, and we'll see the Druid relog over to the Handkiter as well. We have, Mada the Handkite Queen will be relogging fairly shortly. I think Samrog is pretty much dead for Salt, but we wipe on Escort are really, really gaining some ground now, actually. There you go. Demos dies at 1441 for Salt. When is it going to die for we wipe on Escort? They're on the last break by, it's 10%.
Demos,
I think they need to relog. Honestly, they need to relog aggressively now. They need to get their Handkiter in play immediately. They aren't doing that. This could actually punish them, I think. They need to relog now. They're not going for
they're
it.
using one of the classes as the
No, there's the relog. It's
Oh,
happening.
there you go, yeah.
Onto the
Yeah, it is
Revenant
happening
there.
to Revenant, yeah, might be. That's obviously Renegade. I mean, sorry.
So WE is 30 seconds behind right now. They are 30 seconds. Salt's having downtime though. What's going on here? Actually,
I think they were waiting for Glenna because Glenna does have a small talk, and you can't speed her up a little bit. But yeah, there may have been some relog issues. Meta is coming last.
oh yeah. So maybe some loading time issues there, and that's a bit of a time crunch for Salt. So they start at 15:37. When will we wipe on Escort? They portal straight in there as well. Lovely little portal there. And they're going to start. Oh, wow. They gained a lot of time there, Plenix. They start only less than 10 seconds after Salt. So, of course, we're gonna be wanting to see both of our teams actually one burn, right?
Yes.
All of these.
We also
and
see
make sure.
we using a lot of condition classes, specifically Scourges again.
Yes, this not only makes it very safe, but it will also give them very nice DPS on those swords. But yeah, it's all wait. What happened to we wipe on Escort? What?
I think there was a little miscommunication, it seems. Because someone just burst down too fast.
Salt one burns, but we wipe on Escort don't get it.
Yeah, it was very low overall, but I suppose there was a slight miscommunication in the team, probably.
Yeah, a few, slight problems there for we wipe on Escort, but again, they still are not far behind. They are in hot pursuit, and we've seen their DPS, guys. I do believe that this is going to get very, very spicy, guys. We wipe on Escort will be gaining on Salt very, very quickly, I think. And again, Salt is opting to have one Necromancer as well. They have one Scourge just to make it safe. Make sure those Prides don't get in. Like, have a really good control on the ads, on the Swords that spawn at 75%, 50%, and 25%, of course. But, I mean, I don't know, will the DPS be enough for Salt to kind of keep up? It's kind of like, honestly, if I'm Salt right now, Plenix, it's like a nightmare, okay? It's like a fucking nightmare, dude. Why is this? You look behind you and you see Enko coming for you, dude. He's gonna market manipulate your ass. He's gonna fucking sell you on. He's gonna flip you on the TP, dude. And you just can't get away. And they're gaining because of all their DPS. And yeah, we wipe on Escort have already got to the Soul. They are gonna gain on Salt here, guys. Salt needs to get a move on here. Seriously, they need to do something quickly. Otherwise, they will get overtaken by we wipe on Escort very, very soon. I believe that by the time we get to the second split phase, WE will probably have actually overtaken Salt.
Percentage-wise, it is Demos is very low because of all the conditions already ticking on the Demos while they're even ported, which also kind of improves the DPS overall. Yeah, it is very close matches between both.
Yep.
The percentages are getting equal by the second.
Yeah, first black spawns at about 18:15 for Salt, and it's an 18:20. Yeah, WE's only 5 seconds behind now. Oh dear, they are reeling Salt in, guys. They really are. So I think W will probably get to the next Soul, the next green circle where you have to go to hell and fight one of the unfortunate vices of Soul. Oh. There you go. Oh wait, no! What?
Oh, that green!
Oh no!
I think most of them got ported. I think some people stayed behind. Also, similar to Salt, there were some issues as well. So on both teams, that port was not particularly good. Whereas Salt almost one burned it.
I think what they're doing is they let it use its ability here.
They definitely let it to split, so when they will phase it now, they will have the most time when they go down.
Oh, but no! Salt triggered black! What the?
Interesting. It was a black which was triggered before even, so it just despawned, so there were no harsh feelings or issues there.
Unfortunately,
will they be able to one-burn Sol, though? Yes, he is down.
Wow, Salt gets
very good.
That's great for Salt. For Salt, actually, that's really good.
The advantage of having Scourges here is that they can still epi, and they can also epi bounce off the Sol there, which obviously makes it so much more safer because the percentage is already lower.
Yeah, but I mean, WE can now
5% difference right now.
Yeah, they're epi bouncing off the Pride though. That's going to give some serious output to We Wipe on Escort. They are catching up here, guys. WE, I think they're going to get to the 25% first, and of course, both teams are going to be opting for sacrifice.
Exactly.
They are going to be going for it. There's another epi coming out from WE. That's going to do so much damage, and there's 25% for We Wipe on Escort. There we go. So yeah, they are pretty far ahead right now. When will Salt get their 25%? It should be pretty soon. Oh, no, you gotta be kidding me!
No.
What? No, no way! No!
Oh no.
No!
They just lost 3 people, and 2 people are down, and triggered black.
No! We wipe on Escort!
Oh no, they fully wiped!
They fully wiped! Salt, all they have to do is...
Yeah, they all have to do is not die. Wait, what is Jester doing there, like randomly dodging? That was a little weird. Also, they just lost a chrono, so this might get a little more chaos if they can't be fast enough. Since they only have one person actually giving them ages. But also Zephax still has Nature Spirit, so he can just abuse it before it triggers.
What just happened?
Sol got extremely lucky as almost every single match.
Dude,
that is
Frosty was right. They're relying on their opponents being trash. Yes. What am I watching? Salt. Oh no! Oh no! Salt doesn't go down. No, it's just one.
It's only Mike because, as I mentioned, the one chrono got ported, so they only have one active signet. So he needs to share the ages precisely at the time, or they can just he can just share it at the beginning, which is Gilbert at that point. He can share it at the beginning, and it kind of guarantees it. They just phase it, and they might even be. There is a chance they might actually get the full 10-man team on the 10% burn. If yeah, this is a very long RP talk, I'm afraid. Yikes!
Oh, looks like yes.
The chrono.
Yeah, they're almost certainly going to lose their chrono here.
Almost. Yes. That is unfortunate, but they shouldn't be struggling. Also, what? Okay, interesting. They could press F there. That was very interesting.
How is this possible?
Being greedy is not always good, guys.
I don't understand. This makes no sense to me, okay? Salt is going to the grand finals of the amateur raiding party, guys. It's happening.
Don't say anything, Teapot. There can be one black and one knocked, which does not have a stability. Also, why does not Zephax use his Nature Spirit to pulse the stability to 10 people? Zephax, come on. I know it's being pushed every time, but at least one stab is enough, right?
Yeah. What is this?
They're all getting pushed randomly.
Yeah, they're getting memed really hard.
Place now. Almost got ported to the... Oh my god, someone got put it right in front of the boss. But yeah, Salt took that one. They are in the grand final. EU can still win this tournament, guys. It's
how?
EU versus NA, and it's gonna be a rematch. What a great ending to this tournament.
How is this? How?
How can you comprehend this? Salt is good at playing safe. You've teach that lesson, Teapot, so badly every time. Come on.
I can't believe this.
Yes, slow and steady wins the race. That is the...
Yeah, I mean, look at this massive Gachi base on the chat for Mike. But, I mean, I don't understand. What? Guys, Salt is in the grand final of the amateur raiding party. We wipe on Escort. Guys, Salt has only wiped once in the entire tournament. I believe they've wiped the least out of pretty much any guild. And they have...
Didn't
Didn't
it wipe the second time on Kadim, actually? I'm not sure there.
Oh yeah, they wiped twice because they wiped on Kadim. Yeah, they did wipe on Kadim.
Yeah. But yeah, safe strats, guys, are not bad strats.